Welcome back to Let's Learn here on the NCW Life Channel. I'm Eric Granstrom, joined by Jeff Neher from Cordell Neher & Company as we continue our series on tax tips. And today we're talking about planning for the future and your investments in IRA, a Roth. We had some great information here just moments ago about the Roth. And I wanted to talk real quick before we get on to your next subject about rolling over, going from one employer to the next and making sure those match and making sure that I'm not doing something that's going to be penalizing me for taking or getting any benefit from that I have to worry about as far as tax concerns.
Well, this is a great thing because a lot of people end up with multiple employers over the years and could end up with little drops left in a lot of retirement plans. And some of those retirement plans will require you at some point to withdraw the money because they don't want you having small balances left around.
Right.
And so they require you to distribute. And a lot of people at times they'll just send you a check, and then the tendency is to I'll just cash this check
yeah.
and spend it.
Right.
And it kind of defeats the whole retirement savings program.
Right.
So really what you want to do when you change an employer, what you want to do is see if your new employer has a retirement plan. If they have a 401k plan that's as good as the old 401k plan, you can do a tax-free rollover direct from the old trustee of the retirement plan to the new trustee of the retirement plan directly without touching the money.
Okay.
It'll just transfer from trustee to trustee, and that rollover is completely allowed under the program, no taxable income to you. It just changes and consolidates into one bucket.
Okay.
And there's some good reasons to do that because then you can keep track of your money. You actually do the investments better. You can actually have some better choices if you have more. Sometimes if you have more money available in your retirement plan. Okay, so there's a good reason to do that rollover. You could also decide, okay, my new employer doesn't allow for that transfer in. So then you can say, okay, well now I don't mind losing my backdoor Roth conversion that we talked about by having a traditional IRA. So I will create a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA if I had Roth contributions to my old 401k plan. And I will do a trustee from the retirement plan to my IRA trustee direct transfer. I can do that and also end up with no taxable income. Okay? So that's good. Now, some people say, I might like to get the cash for a few days between. I need to do something. So you're allowed one time, once a year. One time, once a year. Not multiple times, but one time, once a year. You could actually take the distribution from the plan to yourself. You can sit on the cash, do what you wanted to do with it, stack the coins, do what you wanted to do, for a matter of 60 days. Not 2 months.
Okay.
60 days. And then you have to put that money back into your employer's plan or into an IRA within that 60-day period.
Sure.
Okay. If you do that, no problem. Okay. The problem is that sometimes the employer will withhold income taxes on the distribution. So now to do a complete rollover, you have to come up with the tax dollars and not get your tax refund until next April 15th.
Right.
So doing a direct transfer from trustee to trustee
Easier.
is generally better.
Okay.
Unless you really had some short-term need for that cash, just to bridge you over for a short period of time. And the tendency is most people, when they get that cash, don't actually follow through with the reinvestment. Now, let's say that you received $30,000 from this. You really needed 10. So you received the 30. You put 20 back inside the new plan. That's still okay. You don't pay tax on the 20 as long as you did it within that 60-day window. Okay. Only on the 10 you kept out. But it'd be better to get that direct distribution. Sometimes if it was to buy a house, you want to get that out of your IRA, not out of your 401k plan. Okay. So you would roll over to your IRA, take your $10,000 distribution as a qualified first-time home buyer exclusion, and be able to get around that penalty for that $10,000. You get it from your employer, you pay the penalty.
Okay, that was my next question. You just covered it because I just bought a house last year, so wanted to get into that because you necessarily don't have that cash available for the down on the house. Yep. And there are those programs available for out of your retirement plan for a first-time home buyer, that type of program. So good to take advantage of that.
Yeah, it is. Another thing that I want to talk a little bit about whether this is a 401k plan or a traditional IRA, not a Roth IRA. Just a traditional IRA or a 401k plan, 457 plan, 403b plan. If you have those types of plans and you get to be the ripe old age of 70 and a half, you then are required to start taking distributions out of those accounts. So no longer can you just let the money accumulate. Whether you want the money or not, you have to take it out. Okay? You don't have to spend it. You could take the money and turn it over to another investment. Okay? But you have to take the money out of the tax-free environment and pay the income tax on it.
Okay.
Okay. A lot of people are worried about that being a big number, but I want to dispel that myth a little bit. In reality, the number at age 70, so the year that you're 70 and a half, you take the balance at the beginning of the year and you divide that number by 27.4.
Okay.
Okay?
Why 27.4?
27.4 is the life expectancy
Oh,
that the government says that you have at
I
age
see.
70.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Well,
Okay? So you divide that by 27.4, and that's the required amount you have to take.
okay.
So that means that it's a little bit
And that's each year after 70?
after 70.
That
no,
amount per year.
You're going to have to take a different number each year.
Oh, okay.
So when you're 71,
That would be
you go to the table, and the table says divide by 26.5 at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Because, now notice 27.4 and 26.5, it's not really a full year difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because as each year that you live, your life expectancy is a little bit longer because some of the people
okay.
already died, and so
Sure.
your average life expectancy is built into this table. Okay, I'm not going to go into the whole math of this.
Okay.
But it's not as big a thing as one would think. You're really taking less than 4% out of your account in that first year.
But
So-
it is taxable.
But it is taxable.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Give us the phone number for Cordell Nera if people have more questions.
Yes, the number is 663-1661.
Well, we appreciate you joining us here, Jeff.
Yes,
All right,
very nice.
Jeff and Jay are joining us here on Tax Tips on our Let's Learn series of topics here on the NCW Life channel. If you'd like to learn more information about the things that we discuss here or other programs we have, head to our website, ncwlife.com. I'm Eric Granstrom. Thanks for joining us.